Hello, the theme that I'm doing my photo essay on is homelessness, and I am going to go through over a few things that relate to homelessness. And one is that this is an issue that has been growing slowly in the country and specifically in the community that I grew up in, which is the city of Sylmar. I chose this topic because I have seen how the city is being more affected by it over the years. Also, the fact that it is sad to see real people face the homeless crisis and not just the statistics about it. Realizing how many have a hard time to receive the basic needs like food, shelter, and safety. This topic matters to me because I truly believe that every person should have a place to shelter themselves and a possibility of living with dignity. I also want to have a better understanding of social economic and systematic factors that help homelessness. Investigating this theme gives me some help on how society can do more things to support vulnerable people and address the inequalities that have some effect on all of us. I'm going to go over three of the social concepts that I've chosen for homelessness, and one of them is social stratification. It has a connection to homelessness because it has a reflection on the position of an individual at the bottom of the end of the social hierarchy. This creates limited access to needed resources like income, education, and healthcare that prevents stable housing. Another one will be strain theory because it shares a connection to homelessness because some individuals are not able to successfully complete some social goals like being stable due to fundamental barriers like unemployment and a lack of affordable housing, which gives a higher amount of homelessness. And the third one is symbolic interactionism. Also gives a connection to homelessness because there are homeless people that often face a shame and negative labeling that they are either a criminal or they're lazy, which can have some effect on how they're treated, how they view themselves. I'm gonna go over some photos that I chose here. Um, this one here captures a group of homeless with two dogs and their belongings. In the photo, you can see that these people are living in this corner and clearly made it their space of living with all their items with them. The photo captured has a connection to conflict theory because it shows the inequality and power struggles, and it illustrates a pattern of poverty, inequality, and a human connection that exists together in our society. This one here captures a bench at a bus stop with a bar in the center so no one sleeps on it. Here you can see that they left trash on it. It was left by a homeless man. I seen it when I passed by to take the photo. The photo has a connection to physical environment because it shows how both human behavior and environmental conditions relate in public spaces of urban decay, social inequality, and collective behavior shape shared spaces in society. And this is another photo that I captured of a parked RV that a homeless person is living in. The reason why I took this photo is to show that this is a part of the homeless crisis in the area. The photo gives a connection to structural strain theory because when someone is living in an RV, it can be related as an adaptation to social strain. A larger social pattern illustrates can be economic inequality and housing insecurity. And this photo right here is a screenshot of maps showing the foothill strip in Sylmar where I took these pictures for my photo essay project. I lived in Sylmar for many years and I can say that it was familiar with me to knowing what areas I needed to get my information from when talking about homelessness. The map shows a connection to urban ecology because it shows relation between people and their environment, and it illustrates a larger social pattern of inequality and housing instability. Some issues that I noticed in my research on this essay about homelessness are a lack of affordable housing, low wages at work, and limited access to social support. I learned that becoming homeless is not a decision, but many become homeless because they can't afford high rent jobs and they maybe have lost their job at some point. I also notice that mental health and addiction problems can be also left untreated. Homeless people often face a stigma and are judged by society, which makes things much more difficult for them to find help or to even find an opportunity. I also notice that inequality and a failed system can play a role in keeping people stuck being homeless. This is not just a personal problem, but found out to be a social issue that can affect everyone. There is a connection to both photography and sociology because it helps us to understand both social and human life. Sociology looks into human behavior, types of relationships in all institutions, while photography can display the same exact thing in reality. Thank you.